let's standing stretch. All right, take a big deep breath in. Stretch all the way up to the ceiling, grab those hands. All right, lean it over to one side. Stretch out that side. Come back to the middle. Stretch over to the other side. All right, back up to the top. Big deep breath, come down, bend the knees a little bit. Come on, let's do 3 more. All right, this one, bring it all the way down. Let your head hang a little bit, loosen up that neck. Take your grasp over to one foot, both hands, one foot. Couple of deep breaths. Let's come through the middle, all the way to the other side. Come into the middle, we're gonna roll all the way up, nice and slow. Try and think about each vertebrae as you roll all the way up. All right, coming down to the mat, we're gonna start on our knees today. So, we're gonna be side kneeling, so we'll turn to the side so you can see the side a little bit. But you're gonna start nice and tall kneeling. Make sure everything's in line, hip is in line with your knees, and shoulders on top of your hips. So we're gonna take a nice big stretch up first, just like we did when we were standing. Then you're gonna come to one side. So as you come down to one side, make sure you land with your shoulder, hand all in alignment, keeping this hip and this knee right underneath it. So you're gonna extend that top leg. So be mindful as we move through this, you wanna keep these hips pressed forward. That's why it's good we're to the side. You can see everything's nice and in line. So you're gonna wanna squeeze this hip up to make sure it stays in line. Don't let it sink back here. If you start to get your butt and your heel, really concentrate on squeezing this one forward. All right, so we'll get to one side here. Get that leg nice and extended. This arm, you have some options. You can keep it up if you want to make sure your chest stays open, or you can plant it down here on your hip. If you have it down here on the hip, make sure, use that hand, press that hip forward. You want to keep them pressed forward. All right, so starting off, we're just gonna lift and lower this top leg. So just 8, we're going for 8 up and down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Tap that toe. Next, we're going front and back. So be mindful, don't let your hips rock back on this. Keep pressing it forward. So just small movement, back and forth. Keep breathing. Two more. Bring that leg down. Take a little look at this hip, make sure it's still pressing forward. Going for circles now, so you're gonna lift that top leg. Little circles. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Go in the other direction now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bring it down, take a little rest. Next, we're going to tap it front and back. So I'm using my mat. If you're not using a mat though, you just want to go a little bit forward of the leg, a little bit back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Should start to feel the burn. Last but not least, we're gonna press it in and out. Use that heel, press that wall away. 3, 4, 5, feel that burn. 6, 7, 8. Okay, bring it down. Gonna flip over on your back for a figure four stretch. So you want that booty that you just worked, that's leg you want to fold over. Bring the other leg in towards your body. You can grab underneath if you can reach. Feel a nice big stretch through that seat. Take a few deep breaths here. So we're gonna stay in this figure four stretch. So that leg you worked, you want that one bent, as I said in the first part. You're gonna keep it there. Really use this ankle to press against your other leg as we move through this. So you're gonna open your arms up, cradle your head. We're gonna start with a crunch here. So lower body's stationary, everything's staying there. You're just lifting and lowering. Here we go. Lift and lower. Keeping that nice big space between your chin and your chest. Only coming up right to your shoulder blades. Keeping that lower back pressed into the ground. Keep breathing. All right, give it a rest for a quick second. Next, we're going to use both our upper abs and our lower abs. So you're going to bring your head up, and then you're also going to bring that whole figure four up, both legs, using your lower abs to lift off the ground. So you're going to crunch everything together, come all the way back down. Ready? Deep breath in to start. Here we go. Keep those elbows nice and wide and open. Remember, just squeezing that lower body off the ground. Keeping that nice figure four, pressing with this ankle into your thigh. Go ahead and rest it down. Next, we're going to crunch up and we're going to extend this straight leg, the bottom leg. So, harder would be lower, easier would be higher. Just be mindful if you're bringing it in that you can have that flexibility. So deep breath in. Let's go. Extend. Squeeze it in. Keep breathing. Remember, using your abs to lift you off the ground. Trying to pull your neck. Keeping those arms nice and wide and open. And rest. Last, we're just going to pulse up here at the top. So deep breath in to prepare. Exhale, crunch it up. Stay at the top of the movement. Don't go all the way down to the floor. Really glance at that lower ab. Make sure it's tucked in. You want those tucked in nice and tight. Ribs together. Keep going, almost there. Woo. Rest it down. Next, we're going to get that oblique a little bit. So you're going to use your opposite shoulder to opposite knee. So using that knee, we have bent over. So you're coming to the side. Really try and keep those elbows open. Don't pull on your neck. So deep breath in to prepare. Here we go. Keeping that nice space between your chin and your chest. Arms wide open. Lower back pushing into the mat. And rest. So if you want to bring both legs in and rock out your lower back a little bit. We're gonna rack up, and then we're gonna go to the other, kneeling on the other side. Might be easier. Yeah. All right. So take a deep breath up, arms up, stretch them out a little bit before you get started here. Then you're gonna take one down. Whichever leg you didn't do before. I think I'm, yeah, go this way, yeah, there we go. Okay, so remember, shoulder over wrist, knee on top of hip, hip on top of knee, extend that top leg out. So we're going to start with the lift lower, so just 8 lift lowers. So bring your toe up, tap it down, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Rest it down for a second. Now we're going for that front back. Remember, really pushing forward with that hip. Keep it nice and open. So bring the toe up, forward and back, forward and back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Rest the toe down. Next, we're going for the circle. Squeeze that hip forward. Make sure that chest stays nice and open. So go ahead and lift your toe, making a small circle. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Switching directions. Keep breathing. 6, 7, 8. Rest it down. Next, we're tapping front and back. So tap towards the front of your mat and behind. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Last one. Bring the leg up. You're pressing in with the knee, crunching in towards your body, and out. Press that wall away. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Flipping over on your back. Now you're gonna flip the leg over. Yep, they just worked. So, starting off just with the top. Well, let's finish the stretch out. Let's stretch that leg. Give it a little pull. And resting it back down on the ground. Gonna start off with the top. Remember, hands behind the head, just lifting and lowering the top portion. Here we go. Inhale, exhale up, coming all the way down. Keeping those arms nice and wide open, using your abs to lift your body. Go ahead and rest your head for a second. Now we're going lifting and lowering both the top, head, neck, and shoulders, and the legs. So squeezing both in and then tapping the foot back down. So inhale to prepare. Here we go. Exhale, top and bottom up. Squeezing in. Use those lower abs to lift the legs. rest it down. Next, we're coming in with the leg and then extending it. So arms and legs come in, leg extends. Take a big inhale. Exhale, here we go. Extend that leg. Remember, you can extend towards the ceiling. And rest it down. Next, we're going for that cross crunch. So, keeping this leg pushed against the other one, using your ankle to push against your leg, keeping the arm wide open, shoulder to knee, coming across. Oh, wait, first we gotta pulse, just kidding. First we're gonna pulse here at the top. Keep it straight up and down. Really squeeze those abs. Take a glance down at the lower abs. Make sure they're nice and tucked in. And that you're breathing the whole time. All right. Rest it down. Now we're going for the cross crunch. Sorry. Got you all excited about that. Here we go. Inhale, exhale. Coming towards that other leg. You can even extend the other arm if you want to. Make sure you maintain that nice space between your chin and your chest. Try not to pull on your neck. And rest it down. If you want to roll out that lower back again. I have a nice stretch for you, so fold one leg over. And then you're gonna lean towards the ground with the leg that's folded over top. Should give you a nice big stretch. Using this bent leg as leverage helps stretch out the opposite side. Let's stretch the other side. Ankle over knee, down towards the ground. Might even give a nice crack. Good. Let's flip over onto our bellies, swim. Work that lower back, upper back a little bit. So arms and legs extended. You want to engage that core by lifting your belly button off the mat. I always like to think of it like there's a little teepee under there. You don't want to let it sit. And you don't want to push the teepee down. So lift that belly button up, engage your core. When you're ready, you're going to inhale and then lift opposite arm, opposite leg. So here we go. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift arms and legs. And then just move them back and forth. Keeping that core engaged, lifting that belly button off the mat. Keep breathing. Couple more seconds. And rest it down. Let's come to our hands and knees. Gonna go with that cat-cow stretch now. So pressure middle, upper, lower, back, all the way up towards the ceiling. And then your belly button towards the ground. Make sure you let your neck follow. Get a nice big stretch in there. Breathe as you move through it. A couple more times. Last one. We're now going to change this into a hold. So we're going to lift everything up. And you're just going to hold that bear crawl movement. Here we go, lifting everything off the mat. Make sure your shoulders are shrugged down your back, don't let them creep up. Core is engaged. Knees are just slightly off the floor. Nice flat back. Keep breathing. Good, and rest. Go ahead and sit back in child's pose. Stretch it out. Back to all fours. Gonna extend opposite arm and opposite leg. Get a little cross crunch here going. So you're gonna bring both in towards your body and then extend. So pick which arm and which leg you wanna move. Here we go. Squeeze them in, extend them out. Press that wall away with your leg. Reach out far with your arm. Keep breathing. 5 more seconds. Great. Go into the other side now. So reset if you need to. Make sure those shoulders are shrugged down, that your knees are underneath your hips. Here we go. Lift opposite arm. Squeeze them in. Squeeze that butt cheek as you extend your leg. And scoop that belly out when you bring them underneath you. Good. Rest it back into child's pose. One last stretch. Take a few deep breaths here. Try and reach those arms a little bit further even. Stretch out that back. Great. I think that's all I got.